Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. This is David Steele. We're in Red Thunder and we're going to go and collect a rather heavy payload. 123,500 pounds worth of transformer. And we're going to do a fairly short trip today. Well, not too short. With an engine that's kind of been one of my favorites for a while. It's a Zeemods Caterpillar C16. Now, oh, we just missed that train. We're using custom transmission today, as well as a custom engine. Getting a bit of lag here on the machine, but that's a massive train, so that would make sense. Anyway, we're using a custom transmission today. It's 18 speed, but with a 3.7 final drive, so it's fairly short in the gearing department. And as you just heard, you can't find it, grind it. Yeah, it's a little, I would say, long in the tooth. Maybe the correct term is worn in the tooth. The transmission's had better days. So, in all likelihood, it's probably going to it's gonna make the trip a little more interesting than it might otherwise do. Why is the transmission misbehaving? Don't really know. Does that sound innocent? Yeah, it's probably seen a bit of abuse. Okay. Let's coping with this. Let's do a quick tug test. It's got my trailer brake turned on. Yep, I would say that works. Also, can't think why my clutch and transmission are struggling, can you? Okay. Let's jump back in the cabin and make a trip. So I'm going to be changing gear an awful lot today. That's kind of a given with an 18 speed, but more so when it's this short. But it's a good way to make the most out of this engine. The Cat C16, I have enjoyed the engine for a long time. I should probably think about looking left. There we go. Yeah, I've enjoyed this engine for a long time. I like the sound it makes. I like the kind of I'm a broken engine brake sound it makes too. This is the baby of the range. This is only the 575 horsepower model. It's 1850 foot-pounds of torque. So it's not exactly... Turn right. Well... It's no slouch, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as the 800 horsepower model or even the 1000 horsepower model. Okay, just making sure I clear everything. Now this is the heaviest standard cargo you can get in ATS, at least the standard game. It's 123,500 pounds. It is heavy. And you can tell how heavy it is, but I'm still able to drive off in 4th gear. That's actually pretty useful. It's a nice torquey engine though. Caterpillar's guidelines say its operating engine speed is 1200 to 2100 RPM. So this, you don't want to try and lug it under 1200 RPM. Okay. I probably will because it's kind of what I'm used to doing. But if I keep the engine spinning about the 1500 RPM range, it's going to do just fine. Now, by my calculations, 55 miles an hour is going to be about 1200 RPM in top gear. There's that engine brake sound. Yeah, I need to actually slow down quite a bit. Keep changing gear. See, I'm just changed gear, I don't know, 37 times so far in this video. I'd be being a little bit dramatic. The grind from the transmission. Stop that indicator, there we go. See if I can do a nice wee drive-by in just a second. Okay, go for drive-by. Got a green light. I'm going to switch back in. Oh, got a red light. Okay. This transmission also has a retarder, and I've got mine set to automatically turn on. Did I touch the curb there? No. Okay. Yeah, so that is one long, heavy cargo. And inching forward too. Let's just put a stop to that. There we go. Oh, I got a red light. A green light even. Good grief. Okay. Alright. Kind of want to get these windows down just so I can appreciate the Caterpillar sound. As can you. Okay, so I have about a little under half a tank of diesel. I don't know if I really want to stop and get fuel. Let's just see how far have I got to go. 100 miles. I don't need to get fuel, right? I shouldn't do. It's a 150 gallon tank. What have I got? 65 gallons left, maybe? I'll check that in just a second. 57, okay, close enough. So it's saying 400 miles of range. May not get 400 miles, but I should get more than 100 miles. Let's try not to stall. There we go. Lock shift into 5th. Oops. Yes. Oh. I'm not sure what the torque of this transmission's rated for. The standard is 2250, but I may have detuned this engine. I may have been running it a little bit more powerful. My kind of like nonchalant whistle here, and that seems to have maybe damaged it a little. Alright, well, once we're on the move, it's doing okay. Let's get those windows back up. So try and keep the revs around about the sort of 13 to 1600 point. Let's go cruise. Set it at 45. Block shift 2. Yeah, CC block shift 2 drops it down to 1200 or just below, and that's kind of lugging it a little. I'll keep it in this gear. Let's see if we can get up this slight gradient. Okay, it's managing it. Block shift another 2, and again, yeah, that's back down to just below 1200 RPM. Probably need to use need to split the gears. Set my cruise at 55. Split this gear then. Yeah, it's not happy about changing gear, but at least it's keeping the revs where I need them. Used 5 gallons of fuel since I talked about how much was left in the tank. I'll be fine. Yep, and I've lost top gear, so well, I guess I'll just cruise along in 17th then. It'll be okay. I was wondering if I was going to lose top. It worked when I didn't have anything chucked on the back. It's probably this as well. This is a very heavy cargo, and I don't really want to stress the engine too much. Let's knock the speed down to 50. Let's let this it's a Peterbilt go past me. Is that Kenworth or Peterbilt? Couldn't really say. Oh well, it doesn't matter. He's gone past. So, losing a bit of speed up this hill, but we didn't need to stop, so I'm good with that. Alright. So how's everybody doing? As I say this, 1.45, the open beta has had at least one update. So I'm tempted to try it, but I'm still on 1.44 right now. And the game is stable and I'm enjoying it, so I don't really want to potentially break it. Let's take a quick swig of some cold water here. Oops. Drifting all over the road there, got hands off the wheel. Okay, back in my lane. Sorry everyone. Oopsie. So yes, I am excited about 1.45, mostly about the chance to have those optional mods. And I was asked a question on one of my other YouTube videos, and that was along the lines of, so what's the big deal? And let me try and explain again. So I have my own set of mods. Some of these are my private custom mods, and some of these are paid for mods, and some of these are free on the Steam Workshop. If I want a truck with one of my buddies, they may not have my private mods, and they may not have some of the ones that I bought and paid for. We can all get the Steam mods. Well, most of my private mods are engines and transmissions. In fact, they all are. So you don't need to have those. I mean, it's not going to make a difference unless I'm using an outrageous engine and someone else is using a standard engine. You don't need this. It shouldn't cause any issues in the game. And so what SES is saying is, it's optional. You can specify that your mods must match across the convoy mode, or you can specify that they don't have to. So that works for me. This thing is just bobbing along nicely at 50. Oh, that'll be the side of the road then. So who needs all of your gears, right? The speed just drops off as we go up that gradient, and then it picks up nicely on the other side, and we come off the power. It's kind of what we wanted. In fact, we're actually picking up speed a little bit. Yeah, my automatic retarder's turned on. I will just put it down to 45. I don't want to let the speed get out of control, and reduce speed limit, so we're going to 55 maybe, or a little bit less. Let's take a look. What have we got? 45, okay. Let's just help everything slow down. Down to 35. Drop down a couple of gears. Right. Let's get on the service brake there. So we're coming to a halt with this traffic. And I likely won't get through when these lights go to green, but I'm kind of okay with that. Alright, bit of real camera action there. Not the most exciting of views, but I like it. King's Police building on the right. Some of the details that you see in this game are fantastic. So we've got the newspaper red bin up here on the right with 24 on the side, Asian food. We've got a road sign. Yeah, light's just going back to red again. Just going to let the truck coast up here. What is this on the right? Lockie? Not sure what that is. Oh, it's a restaurant. My bad. Asian food. Pasties, catering, cookies. Okay, fair enough. Coffees. Yeah, that looks good. Ice cold. Is that barbecue? No. But I love some of the details that you get in the game. Hey, the light's gone to green. That works out for me. So if I can get through on this one. What do you know? Nope. Serve and protect. Gallop police on the left. I've got the police pack. Municipal. I think that's what it's called. I may not have pronounced that correctly. Yeah, look at the length of this truck. It's a rather familiar looking Western Star, that. Waiting for the lights to... Yeah, so this thing is so long that... and so heavy that I'm just beating off the lights by anything. Probably a mom pushing a baby in a... what I want to call a pram. I believe it's called a stroller in American, but I'm going to call that a pram. But whatever it's called, it would still beat me off the lights. Let's go to single gear shifting. As torturous as that may be for someone stuck behind me in a more powerful rig, there's nothing behind me that's going to find it torturous. 15 is too high. It's back to 14. Another red light. I'm going to use the outside lane here. What could possibly go wrong if we try and merge up here, right? Now this filter's going to red, so we're hopefully next. So let's preempt it. There we go. Still grinding away. I block shifted 2 and 3 ratios there just to try and help things out a little bit. Plus we get to hear that wonderful sort of off the boost sound that this engine makes. Only does it at higher loads and higher engine speeds. I'm not going to try and emulate it with my mouth. It does it more when I block shift. Okay. Let's take the cruise again to 55. Actually, that's too fast. Let's make it 50. Not that I'm going to get there, I don't think, because here comes a hill. So the C16, I've enjoyed it. It's been a great engine. I think it was probably the first Zeemods premium engine pack I ever bought. It was certainly one of the very first ones, and it might be one of his older engines. Not sure, but I still enjoy it. I don't use it so much these days, not because I don't like it so much. Partly because I've got a mod that makes my diesel incredibly expensive. The C16 you do not tend to use for efficiency or economy reasons. You use it because you like the sound. You use it because you've got something heavy to pull. My bad. Let's block shift down to 10, I think. And use my engine brake. Yeah, I'm going to build a Perry. I shouldn't do that. Oops. Okay. I think I want to stay in this gear. Drift it wide. I'm going to have to take it kind of far into this car. Should I have stopped there? I'm going to get a ticket for this. Pull it in hard. Straighten up in the outside lane and make sure that it missed. But you know, I can maneuver a big, heavy, long trailer every once in a while. Listen to the sound of this engine from the external view. What a beauty.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Yep. Here's my turn coming up.
Turn right.
Will I use this combination again for heavy haul? Absolutely. I might want to get my gearbox fixed first, but it works great. I am kept busy changing gear. That's the only disadvantage, but I wouldn't expect to not be. This engine's got a reasonably useful power band. It's just can be a little hard to keep it in its power band if you're having something so heavy hanging on the back. But with 17 gears, my bad, we're doing alright. Okay, and here's my destination. So looks like I've got to turn right into here, and there's a white car coming up the inside lane. Thanks for that. So it's not. There's another one coming up. Okay. Tell everyone I've got to turn in. Bit of engine brake. Kill the engine brake. Start to turn in. Drop to second. It's a rhetorical question, but do I dare try the difficult parking? I mean, really, I don't think I want to, because everyone's watching me, but let's see. Where should I place it? Just up there. I mean, how hard can that be, right? It's probably a famous last word. Am I going over something? No. It's all good. Okay. I may make a complete mess of this. So take it wide, turn it back in, and then straighten it up. See if we've got that roughly right. Oh, we're not far. So switch to my external view. That's not a bad effort, David. All things considered. I usually make a complete mess of it. Hey, I might just... Yes, look at that. Yeah, good, Jen. Alright. So I think we can shut it off. So... and disconnect. So let's see how well we did. I don't think I did particularly great for mileage, but I didn't run this trip for mileage. Nope, I didn't. 114 miles. That is a particularly short trip and 29 gallons. So I'm glad I'm not paying the fuel bill because that is less than 4 miles per gallon. Other than that, all good. Didn't hit anything this time, so not a bad result for me. Seems that my skills are improving. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. You know what to do if you have. If you haven't, you also know what to do. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.